Gentlemen, welcome to the Manlihood ManCast. I am so glad you guys are tuning in. I really appreciate it that you guys care enough about what we're doing here at Manlihood that you are listening to the podcast every week. You might notice that we are not doing video this week. While we are on YouTube, it's a little more simplified. We're working on getting our studio up and running the way we want it to be. So in the meantime, we're just going to do a few weeks of audio-only podcasts, which we'll get back to some cool video here very soon, getting some lighting and some backdrops and things like that set up and tuned in the way we want to, so that when we relaunch in 2021, it's going to be the best year ever, and this is going to look awesome and be amazing. I can't wait for that. So in the meantime, we're still going to bring you some excellent podcasts. At least that's what I'm hoping. Today's episode is about being thankful. Thanksgiving is right here, guys. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment.
In a culture that scoffs at honor, you can rise up to lead and to shine. It's time to be the best man that you can be. This is the Manlihood ManCast. Here's your host, Josh Hatcher.
Guys, welcome to the Manlihood ManCast. Listen, I'm your host, Josh Hatcher. You guys know me by now, or at least you should. If it's one of your first times tuning in, or if you haven't been tuning in very long, I want to encourage you, please go to manlihood.com and click on the Get Started button, because that's how you're going to get plugged in to what's happening here at Manlihood. This is more than just a website. This is more than just a podcast. This is a movement of men who are helping each other to be better men, building each other up. And a lot of that is happening in our private Facebook group for men only. So I encourage you, men, to get plugged into that. It's really neat to see the way that men are engaging with that content there. They are encouraging each other. They're giving each other advice. And it's men from all walks of life, which I think is really neat. So the advice you get is going to have a nice variety to it, so you can kind of look at that and see. It's not just about giving each other advice, though. It's great. It's a fantastic avenue for you to grow as a man. So again, you can find it at the Manlihood website, or if you type in Manlihood Man Cave into Facebook, should come up. You can request access, and if you're a man, then we'll add you. Today's episode is called Be Thankful. Listen, Thanksgiving has always been one of my favorite holidays. I love the food. I love the connection with family. Last year, Thanksgiving was not my favorite day of the year. There was a number of reasons. One, it was the first Thanksgiving after losing my dad, and that was hard. Dad loved Thanksgiving. He loved cooking for everybody, and so there was a lot of memories that I knew would be missing. And so I wasn't looking forward to Thanksgiving in that regard. Also, I had hemorrhoid surgery. I know, too much information, but guess what? That's me. I had hemorrhoid surgery, and so after the meal, I had eaten differently than I normally did. I kind of splurged a little bit, and I paid for it dearly. Thanksgiving night, I was crying out to God, asking him to either take the pain away or kill me. And I'm grateful that he didn't kill me and that he let me make it through so that we could be talking about Thanksgiving this year, which I know is going to be infinitely better than it was last year. But again, regardless of how the holiday itself turns out, there's something about a specific time that we focus our efforts on being thankful. So here's a couple things that I want you guys to be aware of as we talk about thankfulness, about gratitude, and what an impact it has on you. I want you to know, guys, thankfulness changes you. Thankfulness changes you. And I think people don't get that. I think people just kind of brush it off sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe because it sounds so metaphysical to think that just the act of being grateful can actually change you, but it does. And there's been some scientific studies to back this up, which we'll talk about in a minute here. But listen to this quote from Brian Tracy. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. And I'm telling you guys, when you can approach things with an attitude of thankfulness, and I want you to understand, you might not feel thankful. I can guarantee you that last Thanksgiving, after the holiday, and when I was on the toilet and dying, I did not feel thankful. But I have to choose to reframe that situation and be thankful for it. I'm going to tell you what, I'm thankful that I was able to have that surgery because it has made my life so much better. I was in constant pain, and there was a lot of very intense pain after that surgery, but it's a lot better than the constant everyday pain that I'm not in anymore. Guys, that thankfulness, when you express that gratitude, it changes something in your mind. It rewires it, and it focuses you on moving forward rather than being stuck in the past. And it's not about how you feel. You don't feel thankful. You choose to be thankful. Sometimes feelings come with it. Sometimes there are feelings that just kind of overtake you that might trigger thankfulness. But thankfulness and gratitude is a choice that you make. Guys, here's another thing that thankfulness changes, and that is that thankfulness changes others. Charles Schwab, who was a business genius, said the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement. When you tell somebody that you appreciate them, when you give someone gratitude, when you thank someone and encourage them, you build them up. You build them up, and there is value in it. And I know that as men, sometimes we tend to not want to feel or sound or look mushy. We don't want to look weak by acknowledging someone else's goodness. But there is a power in it, especially with the people that you love the most. Tell your son he did a good job taking out the trash. Thank him for that. Even if it's his responsibility and he should do it without thanks, thank him. When you go to the grocery store and the cashier checks out your bags, thank them. Well, that's their job. They're getting paid. Yes. But you know what? That act of gratitude towards them will build them up. They may not even appreciate it or understand it at the time, but it does. It does. And you want to know how this is evidenced? I want you to think about in your life the times that someone has shown gratitude for what you've done. How did it make you feel? What did it make you feel like when they didn't show you gratitude? Have you ever felt that lack of gratitude? Yes, we have felt that. All of us have. And we've also felt, even if it's subtle and even if we weren't noticing it at the time, how much it means when someone is showing gratitude towards us. So if there's somebody in your life that you need to thank, gosh, take the time and do it. Not only just in those small little moments when someone does something kind for you. You know, your wife cooks a meal for you, or your neighbor just drops by with a kind word. Thank them. Show gratitude. It will help you in your expression of it, but it also changes others as they experience it. And guys, here's the next one. This one I love, and that is that gratitude is a cure-all. So here's a quote for you from H.A. Ironside. He says, "We would worry less if we praised more. Thanksgiving is the enemy of discontent and dissatisfaction." Melody Beattie says, "Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend." Now, I know that these seem more poetic or more esoteric in their nature. Scientifically, guys, it has been proven. They have done studies, and they've shown that gratitude is the answer to anxiety. Being thankful helps you to conquer anxiety. Sometimes it even helps you with depression. That concept of counting your blessings and recognizing the things that you're thankful for. When you do it, it changes you. Yes, it's okay to be a realist and to look at your situation and to recognize there are bad things going on in my life. Yes, that's okay. But it takes an optimist, and it takes a choice, really. A choice to be an optimist and a choice to look at even those hard and negative situations and find something good to be thankful for. But it will change you. It will make you whole. It will make you healthy. So I want to encourage you and challenge you, just do it. Here's the deal. I guarantee you this. Take this week and the next week. So I want you to take 2 weeks, and I want you to make a concerted effort to show gratitude to people that do something for you. I want you to go out of your way and thank someone who has done something for you in the past that has shaped you. And I want you to just intentionally look for something to be thankful for in every situation this next 2 weeks. And tell me if it doesn't change you. I'm willing to bet on this one, guys. It's going to change you. I know it will. In a good way. So dig in and look for those things that you can be thankful for. It doesn't mean you have to be thankful if you get cancer. You have to be thankful for the cancer. I'm not saying that. Cancer sucks. Don't be thankful for cancer. But you can be thankful for what you can learn in that process. You can be thankful for the people who are there to help take care of you. You can be thankful for the fact that you get a chance to slow down, whether you wanted to or not. Sometimes slowing down is good. You see, it's not about being thankful for the bad stuff. It's being thankful in the bad stuff. And it'll change your life. Guys, I care about you. I am thankful for you. I really am. I'm not just BSing you. I'm not just telling you that because it's convenient. I'm not just telling you that because I have a podcast and I hope you listen and I hope you tell your friends. No, I actually am thankful for you. Like when I get on the Manlihood Man Cave on the Facebook group and I see the way that you look out for each other, all of you, the way that you all look out for each other and challenge each other to do better, I am so grateful because that was my dream and I'm watching my dream happen in front of my eyes as you guys do that work. I'm thankful for those of you that listen. I'm thankful for those of you that tell your friends. I really am. I'm grateful for you. I'm thankful for those of you who I never hear from, but I know that you are making a difference in the lives of the people around you. I'm thankful for those of you who are building up the next generation by loving on your kids and teaching them the right way. I want you guys to know that, and I want you to know that you are cared about, and I am grateful for you. I want you guys to have a good holiday. So, if you have to, shut off the TV. If you have to, establish a new tradition. If you have to, do something different. But whatever you do, let's approach this with thankfulness. All right. I love you guys. I care about you, and I'll see you next week. Hey, man. I see you. I see your fire going out. I see your marriage barely holding on. I know you're broke, wore out, and at the end of your rope. I've been there. It sucks. It sucks the spark right out of you. Till all you have is a pile of wet wood. It feels like it's never gonna burn. I can't fix your problems. I can't make her love you again. I can't lose 50 pounds for you or fill your bank account. But I can remind you of who you are. I can share some of my fire. I can help you make a plan to get your life back on track. So let's go. Let's do this. Let's reignite our lives. There's a lot at stake. No one wants their marriage to end in divorce. No one wants to wallow in despair or to the dark places that follow. So let's do it. Let's reignite our lives. Let's reignite our passion, our marriage, our health, our career, our dreams, our mindsets. Get reignite today.
If you want to be a better man, check out our website, manlihood.com, for blogs, videos, and more from our Manlihood team. Men, you can also join our private Facebook group, Manlihood Man Cave, where you can meet up with a band of brothers who will challenge you and help you on your journey of manhood. This episode is produced by Hatcher Media for manlihood.com. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a review on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever you're listening to the show. Tune in again for more of the Manlihood ManCast.